from the city to the streets. Jayvi from the beats, got the beat. Feel the rhythm, feel the heat. Everybody come and follow me. Let's get down while the free.
Welcome back, League. So right now we're about to get into it. Right here we got, Daniel about to show us how to do a few drinks back home. And yeah, I'm gonna let him take it away.
Yeah, I mean, being a Mexican American, I love margaritas. Tequila is personally one of my favorite spirits. I love agave spirits. Mezcales are dope too. But to make a margarita at home, you're gonna need 2 ounces, all right, of your tequila.
2 ounces of tequila.
Yeah. It's gonna be a strong cocktail, but it's gonna be worth it. And then we're gonna modify that with an orange liqueur. Something like a triple sec or an orange curacao is what I like to use, because you're looking at like 10 to 15% alcohol in a spirit like this. And the reason that's important is that your tequila is gonna be 40% alcohol. And 80 proof is a very strong spirit. And so at some point, you can get a little too lit.
Yeah, I be trying to make cocktails at home, and sometimes I'm more lit than other times because it's just random.
Well, you might have friends that make a margarita for you at home and they're using something like Grand Marnier or Cointreau. Those are 80 proof orange liqueurs. I got here in my shaker. By the way, this is called a Boston shaker, which is kind of dope.
I didn't know that.
But we got 3 ounces of alcohol in this already.
Right.
All right, so now we're going to add our sweetener. We're gonna add our citrus. Margaritas are known for being sour, for being delicious. I recommend that you always use a fresh citrus. So we squeeze some lemon juice in here. You can do lemon or lime.
This is fresh lemon juice.
Yeah.
And can't have none of the artificial ones. You know the ones?
Yeah, no. I mean, those things are, they're made with like citric acids. I'm not saying that they're bad. Like if that's what you have, you should use it. But when you use something fresh, it's both better for you and it's gonna taste better too.
I definitely can't deal with artificial.
Nah, I don't mess with that at all at the bar. We just put 3/4 of an ounce into this, and then we're gonna follow up with our sweetener. And you've got a lot of options when you use a sweetener. You can use cane sugar. You can use something like a demerara or turbinado sugar, which are gonna be more refined, less refined.
Yeah.
But then for tequila cocktails, you might wanna use agave nectar. What we're gonna use today is a demerara syrup. So this is an unrefined sugar. It's got a lot of molasses, chocolatey notes. It's wonderful.
This is my first time, just letting y'all know. I've never heard of demerara sugar.
Yeah, no, a lot of people haven't heard about it. Turbinado is a more popular one. So we've got our lime, lemon, sugar, tequila, and our orange liqueur in this glass, right?
It's looking good.
Yeah, so now we need to add our ice so that we can chill it. So the ice is in here, and then we get our shaker and seal that. I'm a shake, right? This is a sexy part. I don't know how to make it look good.
Let's do it. Let's see it.
I have a horrible shaking face, gotta tell you.
I'm gonna do the salt.
So you do this until it hurts your hands. All right, because that's how you know that it's cold.
Yeah.
And this isn't just for fun. What I'm doing right now is I am diluting the cocktail because we know there's some 40% spirit in here. So we want some dilution. We want that water from the ice to soften the drink. We also want to make it cold. And that's what this allows us to do. You do a nice little slack like this, and it opens up, right? Your drink is ready. That's what we do in bars. This tool, as awesome as it is expensive. And so if you're at home, take a mason jar, open it up, and put everything in here. Once you seal it, you have that same motion, you have that same thing happening. And I don't even gotta pour it in another glass. Now it's in my jar, and I can just drink out of this.
So go.
Yeah, guys, these are what, Target like $1.50?
$1 at the dollar store?
Yeah,
No.
these are like $40, and like they get imported from Japan. They're awesome. I flex with them all the time at the bar, but it's not a reasonable expense if you're just gonna be a home bartender. So I think it's something to think about. But our cocktail's ready. Like this is gonna be bomb. It's fresh, it's nice and strong, but it's not overpowering.
We got the, definitely go out your way to buy a margarita cup.
Oh, things always taste better when you drink out of a good glass.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know about you, like when I have coffee in the morning, I need to have it out of my favorite mug.
Yeah.
No, not pour this, look at that. Look at that beautiful pour right there. Look at that, guys. It's an art. Once you know, you know. But that's a margarita.
Gotcha.
Nice, simple, clean. Maybe you want to mix it up and you want to make like a passion fruit one.
Yeah.
You would take that sugar component and replace it. Get a passion fruit syrup or a puree at the store. Go to one of your bodegas. Add some sugar to that until it's really sweet. And you can do that. You can make a guayaba one, a strawberry one. You're just replacing the sugar.
What are your top flavors?
For a margarita,
Yeah.
because of the nice vegetal quality of tequilas, I like fruit that are more tart. So passion fruit is really dope.
I love passion fruit.
Strawberry would be dope. Something like raspberry. You just want things that have that bite acidity. Because you're going to make a bomb cocktail.
I always go for a mango or passion fruit. So I'm glad to see that passion fruit's up there.
Yeah. And I mean, mix them up. Get mango, get passion fruit. One of my favorite margaritas is a little work, but I like to get frozen jackfruit, throw it in a blender with some mango puree and some sugar, and that becomes my syrup. And you get a jackfruit mango margarita, and it's bomb.
I'm gonna have to try that next time. Should I try this one?
You should. Are you allowed to?
I'm allowed to.
All right. Guys,
Am I allowed to?
he is over 21, so make sure that you are of age and that you drink responsibly. I'm gonna call you the Uber today.
Thank you. That thinking ahead, because I sure definitely wasn't.
Yeah. So what do you think?
Yeah, I love the taste.
Yeah, right? That's like super simple.
So smooth.
It's all about the fresh ingredients. So go out of your way to juice some limes or lemons prior. I think you're gonna enjoy the cocktail much more that way.
Y'all thought we had one drink?
Nah.
We got 2 drinks. So
We got more.
when is the best time to enjoy a margarita?
Margaritas are cocktails that you could enjoy year round. I think that there is this idea that it's a summer cocktail,
I agree.
but if you made that sugar syrup with like some cinnamon tea and you got that spice, all of a sudden the margarita becomes like a dope fall cocktail. Get some passion fruit, get some cinnamon, and you get like a Christmassy type of cocktail going for you. I will say, because of the acidity in it, it is something that I like to enjoy once I've eaten something. So it's not really my go-to brunch cocktail. It's something I'm gonna have for lunch or for dinner once I've got some food in my tummy, just because of all that fresh lemon lime juice and the tequila. But you could eat food with it. You could have it on its own. It just always works, man.
No, yeah, I definitely always see them in the summer, like being marketed everywhere. Margarita's definitely always on the top.
Yeah, and everything I just did right now, if you want to do all that and throw it in a blender instead, and you can make a frozen margarita. I will say, if you want to do that, add a little more lime and add a little more tequila, because once you're blending, you're adding additional dilution.
Yeah.
And so it sometimes can mute the flavors, but it's an option too.
So it kind of waters it down.
Yeah, just a little bit more than this, because once the ice is still there, and when you finish this drink, there will still be ice there.
Right.
But when you do a frozen cocktail or a blended cocktail, you're drinking all the ice.
Right, exactly.
And so it will mute the flavors. So you just need to add a little bit more of your stronger component flavors so that you don't get it muted.
Yeah, like how you said about the frozen margaritas. Those are my favorite for the summer. I definitely enjoy the regular margaritas throughout the winter, but in the summer, I like the frozen one.
Nah. Yeah, you know what you like. I appreciate that about you.
So with our next drink, we got the sidecar.
Yeah.
I always get the sidecar when I'm eating, Applebee's, TGI Fridays, when I'm just like eating fast food. When's the best time to drink
a sidecar? So honestly, it's interesting you bring up those places, right? Sidecars are a classic drink. Sidecars are like maybe 100 years old, the recipe. It is honestly just a margarita where you replace the tequila with cognac. A classic sidecar is going to be lemon, cognac, and orange liqueur, and you pour it in a glass. You could either do a sugar rim so that as you drink it, the sugar on the rim is sweetening it for you, or you can add sugar to the drink itself. It is a very popular cocktail. Obviously, cognac is a very popular spirit.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of variations of it. So you'll see places that have like a strawberry sidecar, or maybe like a guava mango sidecar. And I'm with it. Like, those things are delicious. But to me, a sidecar is one of those classics that I want to drink like a martini. And so it's not really something that I'm going to have at a bar if I go down and I order a burger and fries. Like, for me, it would be something that I'm going to have like at a cocktail hour.
Right.
No. I'm just saying that to say that like drinks and the way that we consume them evolve over time.
Right, for sure.
It's just like a daiquiri. Like, a daiquiri is a classic drink from Cuba. It's got 3 ingredients: sugar, lime, and rum. And that's it. You shake it up, strain it, and you enjoy it. It's through the culture of resorts and vacationing, especially in the Caribbean, where the daiquiri has shifted to become a blended drink. Being able to blend your drinks is a way to create more volume and reducing expense of ingredients. And
That's like a business hack.
Exactly. It's a business hack, right? So daiquiris, it happens to me when I work in bars. I might make someone orders a strawberry daiquiri. I get some strawberry puree, rum and lime, shake it up. I'll pour it in a martini glass without any ice, and I get it sent back. They're like, why is it in that tall glass? Why isn't it frozen? And then I got to explain, well, we make the classic variation of it. And so that's just an evolution of a drink.
Right.
I love frozen daiquiris. I think they taste good. They're easy. If it's hot, it's refreshing. But the cocktail has evolved and it has different expressions. Just like the sidecar, right? Like you have a very different experience with the sidecar than I do.
Right.
Because we just drink it in different ways, neither of which is incorrect.
Right.
So it's like, if you like it that way, drink it that way is my honest opinion. The same with a margarita, right? Like It doesn't have to be a summer drink. Depending on how you alter it, it could be your like, I'm cold. You know what alcohol does? Gets you hot.
Right.
I mean, why can't you drink a margarita
In the winter.
Yeah.
Well, what I heard from that was, if you like coquito, drink it all year.
Exactly. That's what I love the concept of coquito season. I get really excited.
Yeah, me too. But I'm like, I wish I had it all the time.
And you can. Like in the summer, I make coquito fraps.
That sounds bomb.
So you make your coquito base, coconut cream, rum. You get your spices like cinnamon, vanilla, nutmeg.
Yeah.
That's my base. But then I throw it in a blender with some vanilla ice cream, cookies and cream ice cream. And then I got a coquito frap. Or I've been making coquito iced coffees.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to add that to my recipe.
Yeah, no, there's so much you could do, right? And so like, we got coquito season. I love it. It's a tradition. It's one of my favorite things about moving to the East Coast.
Yeah.
The Caribbean culture, the coquito culture.
Yeah.
But there's nothing should ever stop you from doing coquito in like August.
I'm gonna drink it all year round.
Yeah, no, as you should.
Let's get into the second drink.
Yeah, so sidecar. What? It's literally gonna be the same thing. I'm gonna take some cognac. You guess how many ounces?
6 ounces.
Nah, trying to kill 2 ounces again, just like with the tequila.
Yeah.
We're gonna do 2 ounces of that. All right. Some cognac, use whatever cognac you like. And then our orange liqueur. Something interesting here. So I love this orange, like 666. Like I said, I like them because they're not so strong. If you use a Grand Marnier is an orange liqueur that's cognac based. So then you're not mixing. You're doing cognac with orange flavored cognac. What's going to happen though is it's going to be strong.
Double cognac.
Yeah. Lemon is the best for a sidecar. So for margaritas, I'll switch it up between lime and lemon.
Yeah.
But for sidecars, I always like to use lemon because it's just a little bit sweeter. We're going to do 3/4 of an ounce of that again.
I like sour taste in the summer, but in the winter, it's kind of like back to that sweet taste. I don't know why. I think that's just how I got used to like drinking like per season.
Yeah.
But definitely like more sour things in the summer.
Mm-hmm. And then, of course, our sugar. Sugar's not white, it's bleached.
Yeah.
I like the fact that this is not like a bleached product or a particularly processed product, which is why this looks this color.
You gotta try to keep it healthy while being unhealthy, you know?
Yeah. And so, boom, ice. And then I'm gonna shake this up, right? So here's the thing. That was the same thing that I did with the margarita. Right. I just swapped the spirit, switched from lime to lemon, and then I shake up my drink, and I got a completely different tasting cocktail, but I only needed one additional bottle for it, right? So if you're building a bar at home, you wanna do these things. Now, the big debate with the sidecar is, am I gonna serve it up, meaning I strain out all the ice, which is the classic way, or am I gonna serve it on the rocks? And I'm a big rocks guy. I want my drink to sit there for a while. I'm not gonna drink it right away. I don't want it to get warm. Because if I'm having a good conversation with you, I'm not gonna be like, go. I'm gonna let that sit there for a while I'm having a conversation with you. If my drink gets warm, I'm not gonna enjoy it as much. So I keep the rocks in, and I usually do like a glass like this.
I definitely enjoy on the rocks drinks. You know, like if I want to drink it quick, I'm gonna take a shot.
Yeah. Obviously, we want our drinks to look pretty, and there's a lot you could do to garnish a cocktail. One thing that I like to do when I garnish is use the ingredients that you incorporated into the flavors,
right?
So that I can continue to smell it If it didn't feel sour enough for me, I can take my garnish and squeeze it in there, make it more sour, and you know, boom, it's there, it's pretty. And then if you want to dump it in there,
You gotta take a quick shot at you like this.
oh, like doing it,
Yeah.
little salpe.
Yeah.
Well, okay, margaritas and sidecars are both cocktails that you tend to have rims.
Yeah, sugar.
They're optional. They're fun because it adds a textural component. But I usually get them rimless. Like I don't like to do the rim because I really want to focus on the cocktail and what was made, the spirits. I want to taste those flavors.
I like the rim because like I typically get the rim in the opposite flavor. So if it's sour, I'll get
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. I like the contrast. This is like a little moon. That's just another way you could do it. You can also do like quarters, and then this gets a little harder. But if you have a quarter like this, you can slice a little bit off the top, and then you place it like that, and you have like another type of garnish. I always go with the moons because if this isn't sour enough for me, I just get my moon. I don't gotta do anything else, right?
Oh yeah,
I just pinch, it's in there, and then I can drink it. But this is for you, so.
Thank you. Let me show y'all what I do with my moons. I like split them in half. Or
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah,
it's my favorite fruit, vegetable, whatever. Fruit.
I think it's a fruit.
Yeah, I think so too. I definitely got taste.
But sorry, again, this is just an example of 2 different cocktails that you can make with almost identical ingredients.
Yeah.
So we just showed you guys how with the triple sec or orange liqueur, the sugar and the citrus, we can make 2 completely different cocktails, whether it was a tequila or a cognac, right? It's a margarita or it becomes a sidecar. And I want people to play with that at home because then you get a lot more variety. And something people tend to have in their homes is something like a whiskey. It might be a scotch, it might be a bourbon.
Black Label is my favorite.
Yeah, it's wonderful. I mean, Johnny's known in the world for a reason.
Yeah.
I love scotches. They've got a lot of rich wood flavors from the aging. Something like this, if I X'd out that orange liqueur and I just did some lime, sugar, and this, I've got a beautiful whiskey sour. If I took those same components and muddled some mint at the bottom of my glass, then I have a whiskey smash. And then you might get a variation, like somebody might want to incorporate that orange liqueur to get that nice bright orange flavor.
Right.
Like you might in an old fashioned or in a Manhattan, but still make it a sour by using these ingredients. And so this is, I think, something universal. The last thing I'll say is, what's really hip in Boston right now are lemon drop martinis.
Lemon drops.
Everyone goes crazy for lemon drops. You know what a lemon drop is? Vodka, orange liqueur, lemon, and sugar. These are the same ingredients that we just said that we use in a margarita, in a sidecar, in a whiskey sour. And so with 4 to 5 bottles, I just made you maybe 4 or 5 different combinations.
Right.
And so there's a lot of versatility with these spirits.
And so, like, let's say I'm throwing a quick little back, a little quick back to school party.
Yeah.
What would you recommend to maximize my bottles and my different combinations?
Yeah, absolutely. So have some fresh citrus, maybe have 1 or 2 options, have some grapefruit and have some limes. Get your 3 favorite base spirits. It might be, sounds like it's tequila for you. For me, it would be like a whiskey, and then I would do maybe like a rum or a vodka. And with just that, you can do so much. If you have some different fruit purees or juices and sugar, you're gonna get a huge variety. As far as the modifiers go, I think that orange liqueurs are dope. Maybe for you, that's a Grand Marnier or a Cointreau. For me, it's something like a triple sec because it's affordable. And then you might want some bitter components. So there's this whole category of Italian spirits called Amaros.
Yeah.
I think the most famous ones maybe like Aperol. Aperol spritzes are really popular.
Never heard of those.
Well, if you have a bottle of Aperol in your home, then everything we just did, multiply it by 2, and that's how many more combinations we have because we can make spritzes.
Gotcha.
And I think that when you have these bottles at home and you're willing to be creative, you're gonna find that like you can have a really good cocktail experience at home. It's gonna be a lot more affordable, and you can have friends, family over for parties. You just leveled it up, right? It's not like Trulies and seltzers anymore. You get offering people cocktail options.
Some real drinks.
Yeah.
Spain, that definitely brings the quality of the party up.
Yeah, and like you know, like you said, right? Like these are $1 at the dollar store. If you bought 20 of these, it's only 20 bills. That's still half of what I paid for this, and you can make it interactive. So like every guest could get a mason jar, and you have a little cocktail building station. People shake up their stuff, and then they drink it out of their mason jars. And it's like low cost, and it's fun and interactive.
Yeah, that's great. So, you know, now y'all definitely have a few drinks to try back home this school season, this summer season, this winter season, all year round. Thank you guys for watching. Try your own at home and definitely tag us. You know, you had the margarita, the sidecar, or try your own and let us know how it goes. We're definitely interested in seeing what you came up with after this quick lesson. Thank you, Daniel, again.
It's just been super fun. I appreciate you guys inviting me over. I hope you guys do try these at home. And if you think of anything else that's creative that we didn't talk about today, we'd love to know. So, yeah, hit us up.
Get on your feet, let's start the show. Shake it from the beat, gonna make you go. But after beats vibes, we gonna set it right. Feel the rhythm in your soul all through the night.